feast your eyes on the exquisite spectacle of hillside village of Bajawa in Flores Island. One of the best places to find a raw and authentic experience. With its hidden hot springs, remote hiking trails, and rich culture, Bajawa is nothing short of spectacular.
Come see the beauty, only on See Indonesia. See Indonesia.
You're probably wondering what on earth are we doing?
Kau kami soga bena, kami bena buli. Maka aja tebaga puge nua tanah mai raba kesawada. Dia kami pama nego laba ne ate tebara soga sama miu tau laba.
Bajawa Plateau is home to 60,000 Ngada tribe, and we are at one of Bajawa's traditional villages, Bena. This is a Ngada tribe ceremonial dance called Ja'i. In 2021, Ja'i was enlisted as a national intangible cultural heritage. What I have in my hand is rice and moke, and Oswald carrying a free-range chicken as an offering so we can enter the house and be welcome as more than just their guest, but their family. That's why they use the ja'i in rites to express gratitude and excitement. We are greeted by Mr. Fancy's family at his sa'o, a local language for house. The wooden house is adorned with carvings of a mythical creature that is a mix of a snake and a horse, which is believed to bring protection. And they lead us inside to their main area.
You know what's gonna happen to the chicken, right?
Chicken.
Poor chicken. Hi.
Without further ado, the ritual commences by sacrificing the chicken.
I don't want to see this part. I don't even want to listen to it.
Ooh, judging by the sound of that, the chicken is probably dead by now.
So even though it's quite grisly, but it is a part of the tradition that you smear some of the blood of the chicken or any sacrifice to the parts of the house. And what does that gesture do is to, I think it's some kind of a thank to the ancestor, and also hope that ancestor also would take care of the house.
Then the chicken is burnt on the fireplace. Not all the way though, its stomach is cut open and its gut pulled out. And then the shaman examines the gut of the chicken because there's a message from the ancestor whether this affair is good or bad.
Yeah.
Anda, Bapak Ibu datang dengan hati yang tulus, dengan niat baik. Di sini kami juga terima dengan hati yang putih, dengan murni.
The gut is clean, which means we come with pure intention and they received us with good heart.
Thank God.
So why should we perform the ritual? It's because this area is sacred. This is where the ancestors live. After everything is ready, arak moke is passed around and then the dish is served on a wicker bowl. First, they serve it for their ancestors. Next, the head of the house, then the elder of the village, finally the guest, and everyone else in the room.
Wow, it tastes really good. What do you think?
Yeah. So this is so good. And then what is it crispy one? Chicken with coconut.
No, chicken with coconut. It's splendid.
We are now officially a part of the Bena tribe. What is Bena tribe then? Bena is a megalithic compound in Tiwuriwu village 19 kilometers south of Bajawa city. Flanked by Luba and Batakengo hills, Bena lies 700 meters above sea level on a foot of Inerie mountain because the people believe that the god Zeta lives at the mountain top. Bena is predicted to have existed for over 1,200 years.
Ada 9 suku yang menetap dalam wilayah kampung megalit ini. Ada 9 suku. Jadi nama Bena itu sendiri diambil dari nama suku pertama yang menetap di kampung Bena ini.
There are 45 houses in which 9 clans live. 2 rows of wooden houses with straw roofs are called Nua. The doorway is usually ornamented with buffalo horns and jawbones, the numbers of them indicating the family's success. A stone altar called a watu lewa is placed on a special formation. The stone altar is where they bury their ancestors. Therefore, they perform ceremonies here.
Kita bisa melihat bahwa ada simbol leluhur. Ini namanya ngadu. Ngadu dan paga. Jadi berpasangan. Jadi ini simbol dari leluhur yang laki-laki, simbol leluhur perempuan. Jadi mengartikan atau punya makna itu mempererat rasa persaudaraan dalam suku atau simbol persatuan dari suku itu sendiri.
Formerly hunters, Bena has a population of roughly 750 and its inhabitants are now mostly farmers, weavers, and some even work as a civil servant like Fanchi, who works as a school teacher. Farmers cultivate candle nuts, cocoa, and copra. Some villagers travel and work outside of Bena, but when they return, they must maintain their tradition.
Sampai hari ini kami sebagai generasi muda merasakan sekali semangat gotong royong masyarakat Bena itu terutama dalam melestarikan destinasi wisata ini. Ya, warisan leluhur dari tahun ke tahun kita tetap mempertahankan seperti ini keasliannya.
And he is right, as Oswald and I walk around the 375 meters long and 80 meters wide compound. Even though the village seems to be frozen in time, the people are very warm. It would melt your heart.
Beauty, only on See Indonesia.
To the east of Manggarai lies a town which is famous for its volcanic scenery, Bajawa. For coffee aficionado, you might have heard of the name before, since Bajawa is also famous for its coffee.
For generations, here people in Bajawa, they've been practicing sustainable ecoforestry even long before the word ecoforestry ever existed. And I am here at Wolobobo Protected Forest to meet one of the coffee farmers.
Meet Martina, a coffee farmer from Ngada Village. This morning, I'm gonna help Mama Tina, that's how she wants to be addressed, to pick coffee cherries from the trees.
Ini semua pohonnya tanam sendiri atau memang ada dari hutan, Mama?
Tanam sendiri.
Tanam sendiri. Oh, tidak pakai pupuk tapi tidak.
Ini pakai pupuk ini nih.
Apa?
Dia punya ini daun-daun kalau sudah hancur dia langsung
pasti akan melengkung. Yeah, that's nice. That's the concept of ecoforestry itself is that, you know, the leaves that naturally decompose gonna turn into fertilizer. You can get more organic than that, I suppose.
In fact, most coffees in Bajawa are grown organically. Here, coffee is grown above 1,000 meters above sea level. The volcanic soils become an important factor, and its local microclimate also contributes to the unique taste of the coffee. Since the 70s, the type of coffee that has been cultivated around here is Arabica. The most popular variety is Lini S, but I heard there is a legendary coffee exclusive to Bajawa.
So there is a coffee that is native to Bajawa's coffee. It's called Juria coffee. It's rare, it's almost extinct.
Interesting. I turned that into a personal quest. It leads me to Bena Village, situated around 20 minutes from the town. The majority of the villagers here are coffee farmers, or at least work in a coffee chain process. Here I bump into a barista named Mario, who so happened to be in the area inspecting coffee beans that are being dried.
Oh, jadi ini Juria yang sangat legenda itu. Yeah, so the tree, this coffee tree is quite of a legend because this is like the first coffee ever in Bajawa. So I think the age of this tree itself being more than over 40 years. Yeah, right? Dan dia biasanya berbuahnya tuh berapa lama?
Kalau dari tahun kedua bisa tahun keempat baru dia berbuah.
Now you see why it's exclusive. Since we're already here, Mario takes me around to Wolowio neighborhood to get a bigger picture on how coffee has become a livelihood for Bajawa people. You probably think that they're just traditional farmers. Wrong. They might appreciate the traditional ways of processing coffee, but they are well educated on how they could elevate the value of their coffee beans on the market by taking each steps with care. These changes happened because of Mr. Felix Soba. He changed the mindset of coffee farmers in Wolowio by actively educating them on how to handle coffee with higher standards. He runs a family coffee business called Kopi Kita Bajawa. I come down to his residence where he also roasts his beans. He laments that enlightening the farmers did not come easy peasy. It took him 17 years to finally make them see that with good quality comes a bigger price. In the 90s, their green beans were only worth 6,000 rupiahs per kilo. But nowadays, the green bean price from Wolowio farmers can reach up to 75,000 rupiahs per kilo. This was also influenced by the increasing demand from the market.
Di tahun 2016 sampai 19, bahkan di 2021 kemarin, ternyata permintaan cukup besar sekali. Itu kita mensuplai sampai dengan ratusan ton green bean. Di samping green bean kita juga ada bikin coffee shop, juga ada industri rumah tangga untuk jual yang grown. Kopi Bajawa ini sangat unik. Bajawa itu benar-benar alami, tidak bisa ditemukan di tempat lain selain Bajawa. Varietas kopi yang sama pun diambil dari Bajawa, ditanam di tempat lain, taste-nya tidak akan sama.
In 2016, Felix exported 7,000 kilos of his coffee to South Korea, America, and Italy. Speaking of taste, I cannot wait to try that Bajawa coffee. I traveled to Mr. Felix's coffee shop called Leko Soro downtown. I met Mario again, the barista. He's making me their two bestseller coffee specialties here, the Juria and Yellow Katura. For Juria, he brews the coffee with V60 because V60 can deliver incredibly clear flavors and aromas, allowing coffee lovers to enjoy even the subtlest notes in their coffee.
What is the characteristic kayak the taste kayak rasanya sendiri?
Dia balance mbak, sweetnya ada, bitter, pahit, tapi pahitnya bukan pahit yang buruk, pahitnya baik. Terus acidity-nya, keasamannya itu ada. Jadi dia ketika masuk di mulut kita bisa menggali semua tuh. Kan di lidah ini kan ada yang paling depan kan manis, ke kanannya asin, tengah umami, belakangnya bitter. Dan itu ketika dibawa semua ke lidah kita dapat taste yang benar.
Betul sih, tapi saya nggak ngerasain apa rasa tangy gitu, tidak terasa karena memang dia lebih mellow, I guess, in a way. So I can feel that the boldness in my mouth. It's quite bold, and then the taste actually, the aftertaste itself is quite lasting.
For the yellow Caturra, he brews it with AeroPress. It's fast and can make a consistent, smooth cup of coffee with a great balance of body and clarity.
Kalau ini kopi cewek, bisa dibilang kalau karena dia lebih sangat buah, fruity, dan nanti jatuhnya ke seperti teh.
Yeah, you're right. When it kind of hits your palate, it's very clean. I can taste the clean feeling from it. It's very nice. Memang begitu ya? Memang begitu karakteristiknya?
Dia sangat slim.
Mario spent his college years in Central Java and learned the art of coffee making in 2019. As he returned to Bajawa, he helped his brother-in-law, Mr. Felix, in his shop daily.
Jadi saya ingin memperkenalkan bahwa sebenarnya kopi Bajawa ini jika diseduh dengan metode yang tepat, dengan V60, dengan AeroPress, dengan metode benar akan menghasilkan cita rasa yang lebih. Berarti kita tahu bahwa ternyata kopi kita punya potensi taste yang luar biasa.
You elevate the taste,
And that's my story of Bajawa coffee.
Beauty, only on See Indonesia.
Gorgeous, right? In Bajawa, the best place to stay where you can indulge yourself in a sublime setting is Manu Lalu Jungle Resort. Only 10 minutes away from Bena Village, this resort boasts a view of valley and mountain straight out of a painting.
Ooh. I just got back from a morning walk because the area is very nice, and I think it's also in line with the whole concept of the interior in this bungalow. So you can see mostly woods.
This bungalow can accommodate 4 people with loft bed. It has a foyer as a connecting room and a spacious bathroom with big windows for an open air feeling. The coolest feature has to be the balcony where you can lounge or simply take your breakfast to another level.
A pancake. Everybody knows pancake. But when you eat it in the middle of a view like this, it's not just a pancake anymore. This has become very special. A very special breakfast indeed.
I love how quiet it is. I can almost hear the wind and birds chirping in the distance.
Nothing makes you feel like you're in Bajawa other than drinking Bajawa coffee in the morning.
Ooh, pardon my cringiness, I may not recover completely from my hangover. To cure that, let me take you to another viewing spot around 1 kilometer from the bungalow.
Welcome to Heaven's Door. Knock, knock, knocking on Heaven's door. Oh.
This Mexicana-themed restaurant is the extension of Manu Lalu Resort. With an amazing backdrop of scenic mountain, Heaven's Door Bar and Restaurant has long been praised for truly living up to its name. After another dose of caffeine, I think I'm ready to explore more of Bajawa's nature.
since Bajawa is mostly mountains, so I think I want to try their hot spring, and this is one of the natural hot springs. This is called Malanange Hot Spring. Yeah, and I heard already laughing from the distance. Hey, baru pada pulang sekolah? Iya, pulang sekolah. Oh, ini pada mandi di sini nih. Oh, wow. Kira-kira cobain asik kali ya? Ah, nice. Okay, I'm gonna try it. This is what makes Malanange very unique, because this is the meeting point between two water temperatures, the hot one and also the cold one.
I asked them, is it weird if I join their game time, and I think out of niceness, they said it's fine. These kids are middle schoolers. They say that they usually come down here to blow off some steams. Oh gosh, I feel jealous that they could get enjoy nature like this instead of hanging out at the mall like I did in middle school. It seems that we also attract other kids to play in the spring. Funny how I thought I'd come down here to have some quiet time. But honestly, I don't mind at all. It's not like I get this rare experience mingling with the local every day. An epic jaunt must end with the most spectacular view. In the afternoon, I set forth to a hill to get even closer to Mount Inerie.
One of the best places to see the Inerie mountain is this hill. This is the Wolobobo hill, and I want to make this afternoon special. So I'm gonna set up a picnic somewhere there and enjoy some hot beverage. Sounds fun, right?
Just 3 kilometers south of Bajawa lies Wolobobo Hill. The hill is actually a perfectly formed crater rim created after an eruption 10,000 years ago. Wow.
Look at those fogs! I hardly see anything. And it's quite chilly today. The temperature is around 18 degrees Celsius. So it's quite chilly. That's why I'm bundled up like this. Oh wow! This seems like a good spot, don't you think? We can gaze upon the valley down.
To warm my body, I'm gonna make a hot chocolate.
The taste of the chocolate would definitely overpower the coffee, but I mean, who knows? All we have to do is try.
This is a match made in heaven, a hot cocoa with a foggy weather.
Oh, that's nice. If you can hear what I hear. There's someone singing with a bunch of children, like a local song.
About Inerie, I have a piece of local folklore about it. The Wabai tribes believe that Mount Inerie and Mount Ebulobo are gods who were once engaged to be married. But after a dispute, their romance turned into war, resulting in the death of Inerie at Ebulobo's hand. Ever since, Inerie has been smoldered with fire from the battle, giving off ghostly plumes of white smoke. Watching the sunset over the volcanoes from here, it's simply breathtaking. It's impossible not to feel some of the same mystique.